when Okuyasu got, I wasn't thinking that Okuyasu was gonna make it out of there. I really didn't think he was. I was like, dang, they done got my boy. He dead. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Just Adri. My name is Adriana. I'm so glad you could join me today. Oh, look at me being real consistent. I got another tier list for y'all today. This time I'm doing an anime, and I'm doing a tier list on part 4 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable. I haven't read part 8 yet, so of the 7 I've seen, part 4 is my favorite. So I'm like, you know what? Let me do a Bizarre Adventure tier list because I have not done one yet, and it's past time that I do it. So for the 5 categories today, I'm keeping it simple. I couldn't even think. I was like, I'm not even gonna think of no little weird quirky sayings. But I'm keeping it simple. Love, I love the character. The like category is for the characters that I like. Meh, of course, the standard meh. I don't like them, I don't dislike them, they just okay. Dislike for the characters I dislike, and hate them are for the characters I absolutely detest. I think this is probably gonna be pretty spread out now that I think about it. So let's not waste any time. Let's get started straight away into this video, starting first with Akira Otoishi. He is the stand user of Chili Pepper. Oh child, let me put him in dislike. His stand, Red Hot Chili Pepper, is actually the stand I think that killed Keicho, because it's an electricity stand. And it travels through electrical outlets. Yeah, because Keicho got killed on some wires. So yeah, I'm gonna put him in dislike because he killed Keicho, and even though I don't like Keicho, that made Okuyasu sad, and I like Okuyasu. So dislike for Akira. Alright, now we have Angelo. Angelo is hate him. Alright, so Angelo is the stand user for Aqua Necklace, and like, he's a murderer. You can't put no serial killer higher than hate him. Like, no. And he was like he was an R word that sounds with bassist. He was that R word. So like, no, child, no. And now he's a rock. If you haven't seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, you'll get it. He's a rock. Now we have Raimi's dog. Put Raimi's dog in meh. I mean, well, no, I'm putting Raimi's dog in the light because he bit Yoshikage. You get a like for that, boy. You bit Yoshikage, so I'm here for it. Plus, you're a dog. You can't do no wrong. You're just a dog. All right, now we have Aya Tsuji. She is Cinderella's stand user. Cinderella was a stand that would rearrange people's faces. I think, yeah, Yukako went to her because she wanted to be more attractive to Koichi, and you know, that didn't really work. Well, it kind of worked in her favor, I think. Yeah, because I think that's when Koichi started to fall for Yukako. It's been a minute since I last watched this. But Aya, she was okay. Like, don't love, don't hate. Aya was mad. Another character that goes in meh is Hayato. He helped the gang figure out that Yoshikage Kira was actually his dad. Well, that his dad was actually Yoshikage Kira in disguise. So he helped the gang figure that out, and he helped the gang solve the Kira stand where it would be like a perpetual Groundhog Day. He helped them solve that. Actually, I'm gonna put him a little higher. I ain't gonna do Hayato like that. I'm gonna put Hayato in like, just for that, he gets in the like category. Skip you. Let's go to Keicho. I already said I didn't like Keicho. Keicho is just like, he was mean to Okuyasu. Like, he was like, I know he loved Okuyasu, and he was just being a big brother, but one of those like mean big brothers. But I don't like the fact that he was mean. So I'm putting you in dislike, Keicho. Alright, so I'm gonna skip Josuke for now, and I'm gonna go to Ken Oyanagi. And Ken Oyanagi was that little boy who his stand was basically rock paper scissors, and whenever he went around a rock paper scissors, he would take the opponent's power, and he played against Rohan. Yeah, not a fan. He was just, yeah, he didn't do it for me. All right, Koichi. love Koichi. I especially love Koichi staying Echoes. When Echoes had that second, was it the second or no, it was third transformation where Echoes would basically just be cussing all the time. Oh, that was the best. I'm like, wow, Echoes is just foul language. So if a stand is supposed to be like an inner manifestation of a person's energy, then Koichi really need to go to therapy because he got some repressed emotions. But yeah, I love Koichi, bro. Like, for real. Koichi was about it. And he was much stronger than he thought. And I loved his little relationship that he built with Jotaro. It's like Jotaro really saw him as like his equal. Well, if not his equal, like a reliable peer, I should say. Like a reliable stand peer. But yeah, I like Koichi a lot. And he's like matured so much in this show. He got dope. Alright, so now we have Masazo Kinoto. I had to look up his name, I totally forgot. I was cheating a little bit. But his stand was Cheap Trick. And Cheap Trick was the stand that if you looked at a person's back, the stand would get on your back. In order to jump, in order to get from that person's back to your back, the stand would just rip their back apart. Oh, so gross. So that's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a little gory, which is not what I prefer, but the story is so good that I just be like, oh dang, I just ignore it. But yeah, so the stand would just rip off the person's back and then just jump on your back. So in order to keep from dying, you would have to let nobody see your back. So it was like this whole chapter and episode, because manga anime. So it was like these whole saga of Rohan, because Rohan looked at this man's back and then Cheap Trick got on his back, and so Rohan had to do this whole thing where he went across town to and he was like walking against the wall and crawling on the ground and doing all this weird stuff just to prevent other people from seeing his back. And he finally got to the alleyway where Raimi was, where the spirits, you're not supposed to turn back and look at the spirits, else they'll snatch you up. So he showed the spirits his Cheap Trick, and yeah, then Cheap Trick was gone. So I'm basically explaining Cheap Trick rather than this guy. But the thing is, this guy, he was just a victim. Like, he was just a victim, I'm thinking. So we're just gonna put him in mad, because he didn't really do nothing. Not really. I mean, was he an antagonist? Or was he just a victim? I can't remember. Like, I don't know if it was confirmed if he was antagonist or just a victim, but I think he was just a victim. I could be wrong though. Moving on, Mikitaka. I love Mikitaka. The alleged alien. I think he was an alien. I don't think he was play. I think he was an alien. Okay, so Mikitaka did have a stand. It was Earth, Wind, and Fire. I honestly thought Earth, Wind, and Fire was the name of that tower. But anyways, his stand is Earth, Wind, and Fire. That basically gives him the ability to shapeshift. But really, I think that's just him being an alien. I really buy the fact that Mikitaka is alien. Mikitaka is so cute, so innocent. He was allergic to sirens. That caused his body to transform a lot. That's also why I believe he was an alien, because he just freaking out with sirens like that. Like, that ain't no normal human stuff. Okuyasu's dad and Keicho's dad, I'm put him in, man. He didn't really do nothing in the show. He was just around. So yeah, it's one of Dio's flesh buds got implanted in his skin, and when Dio died, the flesh bud mutated and turned him into like this green froggy looking man. Okuyasu, I'm skipping you, Joseph and Jotaro. Let's go to Raimi. I love Raimi. Raimi was one of Yoshikage Kira's first victims. Or was she the first victim? Let me see. Oh no, she was his third victim. I had to look that up. Yeah, so she actually was really one of his first victims. She was number 3 in his list. But yeah, she was babysitter of Rohan when she was alive, and she was unfortunately murdered by Yoshikage's old trifling self. And yeah, so her spirit couldn't rest because she wanted to see Yoshikage brought to justice, because that man just kept killing everybody in Morio. But she was like really helpful, just a sweet girl, and you know, she just wanted to live her best life, but Yoshikage was the devil. I'm skipping Rohan too. Alright, Josuke's grandfather. I forgot his name, y'all. My bad. I could look that up, but we all know him as Josuke's grandfather. Anyway, I put him in, like, while he was alive, he died very, very, very early on in the story. But while he was alive, he seemed like he was a great grandfather. So, yeah. Well, let me fill out this bottom row. Let me put Yoshikage's dad right here. Like, he's aiding and abetting his son. He know good and well his son is a serial killer. And he's just helping him evade the police and evade justice. And, like, aiding and abetting him for escaping. Like, no, you're a terrible person. Let me do Shigeki. I didn't like Shigeki. I didn't like him. Like, I didn't like him when he was introduced because he was so money hungry. Even though he had, like, the cutest little cool stand with the little bees or little beetles or whatever they were, little bugs, just running around collecting money and, like, stickers and all that good stuff. But he was so selfish and so greedy, and he didn't want to share. He actually became friends with Josuke and Okuyasu. He didn't really change. Like, even with his sandwich, he didn't really want to share his sandwich, which I get. Like, I don't like sharing my food either. But if, like, I would still share, like, if I would, even though I don't want to. But anyway, he was just a little selfish little boy, so annoying. I didn't like Shigeki. Alright, now let me do Tamami Kobayashi. Also a character that never grew on me, even though he kind of changed a leaf as the story went on. He just never grew on me. But Tamami, he had the stand called the Lock, and basically the stand's power would lock on your heart if you ever felt guilty about something. Like, say I broke my mama's vase, and my mama's like, "Did you break my vase?" I'm like, "No." The lock would immediately go on my heart, and the more I lied, or no, the more guilty I felt, the bigger the lock would grow until it, like, killed you or whatever. But he got the lock on Koichi because he hustled Koichi into thinking that he accidentally ran over a cat with his bike when he didn't. He didn't kill a cat. Tamami, he was a hustler. I didn't like him. Had the, like, the worst personality. And I also feel the same way about Hazamada. And he was, like, mean to, like, little animals and stuff. And he was just had, like, abusive tendencies. And didn't he dream about the R word that rhymes with basis, one of his classmates? Did he think about that? Yeah, no. Actually, no. Because of that, hate him. That's creepy. That's disgusting. Get away from me. Okay, yeah, I had to look up, make sure that was true. Yeah, he did think about doing that. Nah, trash, big trash, hate him. Okay, well, now we got the invisible baby. I think they named her Shizuka. I put her in, like, she's a little baby. Like, I can't put her in man. She's a cute little baby. But she had, like, a gnarly stand power for her to be a baby. Like, going invisible when you're agitated, that is horrible, sis. That is not a good stand for a baby. Like, I'm thinking about my niece. My niece is, like, 3 months, just about. I imagine her having that stand power. That would be a nightmare for my brother and his fiance. That would be a nightmare for everyone around. Also, Josuke's grandfather's name is Hirohiko Higashikata. I had to look that up. Alright, Tomoko Higashikata. I liked her. Like, she was really sassy and with some spunk. I like that. Yes. Like, she was about it as much as she could be in JoJo Bizarre Adventure World, like having those stand powers and all that. She was about it, which I like. Alright, I had forgotten his name too, but his name is Toyohiro Kanadachi, but I remember his stand. I forgot the stand's name. I thought it was Earth, Wind, and Fire, but it's Superfly. That's what it was. So basically, his stand was basically, it was like a tower, like a communications tower, I guess. Like a cell phone tower, I think. And basically, if you got inside of the tower, you would be trapped and chained to the tower. Like, you couldn't leave. So you would have to live there for the rest of your life until you could trick somebody else into stepping in the tower for you, and then they would be trapped forever and you could leave the tower. That was his stand ability, and basically he could use the tower as a weapon to attack whoever he wanted to. So he tricked Josuke into getting into the tower, and Mikitaka, he was like, you know what, I'll take the L so you can escape, Josuke. So Mikitaka steps into the tower. He used his little alien powers to trick oh boy, what's his name again? trick Toyohiro getting back into the tower. And yeah, so once he got tricked back to the tower, Mikitaka hit the deuces, Josuke hit the deuces, and he was right back where he started, looking stupid. So yeah, Toyohiro, while I get it, I still don't like you because you attacked Josuke and Mikitaka, and I love them. So no, that's not happening. You know who I just realized is not on this list? Stray Cat. Why did they not put Stray Cat on this list? Oh my god. Okay, let's continue. Shinobu Kawajiri is Hayato's mom. I like her. Like, yeah. I mean, she seemed like she was stressed out being a wife and a mama. I very much got that vibe. But I think part of the reason she was so stressed out, she really felt like her husband and her son didn't see it for her. Which kind of weird because that's your kid. But anyways, like, I definitely understand her feeling stressed out because her husband wasn't seeing it for her. And she was just kind of bugging a little bit. But as the story went on, she got more likable and she was quite sympathetic. So, Teranosuke Miyamoto. Oh yeah, so basically what he would do is he would analyze people and see their little mannerisms that they do whenever they're afraid. And once he could identify that they were afraid, he would use a piece of paper and trap them in the paper. And once they were in the paper, he could do whatever he wanted to the paper. And so, like, if he set the paper on fire, they would be on fire. If he crumpled it, they would be crumpled and stuff like that. Yeah, no. Teranosuke, no. You getting in this, like... Alright, so now we got more of the main crew. Let me add somebody to Love. Antonini. Like, no, this is not his name. His name is Antonio. I don't know why I came Antonini before, but that's Antonio. His stand was called Pearl Jam, and basically it was like a bunch of fruit. It was like a bunch of ingredients, and he would use like ingredients. He would use the stand and infuse it with ingredients. So like he would have like magic tomatoes, magic pasta, and he would use his stand to help people feel better. So like if you had like arthritis, you would eat some of his pasta and your arthritis would go away because his stand would fix your arthritis. In order to do this, your body would like twist into 1,000 ways so it looked like you are getting attacked. But at the end of the day, you would feel perfectly fine. Like, I think Okuyasu was having stomach problems and I think his stomach fell out or something like that. But after he ate the pasta, he was all good. So Josuke thought Antonio was an antagonist and he was going to mess him up. But then Antonio was like, no, I use my stand to heal people. I'm kind of like you. And then he got mad at Josuke because he was in his kitchen and he wasn't sanitized. So he made Josuke clean the kitchen as penance. But yeah, I like Antonio. Like, he was so pure. Such a cinnamon roll. so cinnamon roll, and then look, his food was good too. Like, I would like to try it. Like, give me some magic mozzarella and tomato. I don't even like tomatoes like that if they not in the sauce or on something else. Well, yeah, give me some mozzarella and tomatoes. I eat it. I'd love to try it, Tonio. All right, Yukako. I'll put Yukako in man. Like, she definitely grew on me as the story went along, and after she calmed the heck down, but God, at the beginning of the series, she was so obsessive over Koichi, my guy. Like, girls, get a grip. She had a dope stand though. Like, her stand was basically like her being Rapunzel. Hey, that's crazy. So she got like a Rapunzel-like stand, and she went to go see Cinderella. I just made that connection literally just now. But Yukako, like I said, she was doing the most. Like, she kidnapped Koichi and held him hostage at that house, and he like wouldn't let him escape. And she was just get so angry at him with the littlest things. Her stand was called Love Deluxe, by the way. She was just big tripping. But like I said, she calmed down as the story went along, and she got better. But yeah, I still did not see it for Yukako like that, so I'm gonna put her in meh. So Yuya was basically he had gotten into a motorcycle accident, and he was laid up at the hospital with scurvy. And he had like a keen sense of smell, like he was smelling sweat from their butt cheeks to determine where they had been. Like, oh, that's so nasty. And he could tell one of the girls started her cycle. That is disgusting, bro. Like, no, I wouldn't even want to be around. I'd be so self-conscious. I'm like, I had garlic. This man could probably smell the garlic on my pores. But I was saying, so yeah, his stand Highway Star would basically just stalk and hunt the victim, and once Highway Star would catch the victim, would just suck the victim of his life force. He ended up becoming one of Josuke's associates after, he was defeated. It's like, these characters in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure are like Pokemon. Once you defeat them, you can use them. But yeah, he became one of Josuke's Pokemon. Also, I'm gonna insert a picture of his stand, because his stand is just throwing it back. In this manga, his stand is throwing it back, child. But Yuya, I'll put Yuya in there. Rohan Kishibe, his stand is called Heaven's Door. See, I don't have to look up the rest of these stands, because I know these. But Rohan's was Heaven's Door, and he drew a picture, and if you looked at the picture, your mind would be open, literally, because your head would turn into like a bunch of pages, and so he could look at your head. He look at the words that's written on the pages and know all about you. So he would know, hey, this girl, her name is Adriana. She was born in Atlanta in 1989. She has a mom. She has siblings. She's the second youngest of her siblings, and she's had a bad dating life. She has good friends. She likes chocolate, and she really likes tacos. It would know all that about me. And she likes Wingstop wings. Yeah, I do. So if Rohan were to read my mind, he would know all that, and a bunch of other embarrassing things I won't admit on camera or on this voiceover. He would know all these things. My favorite Rohan arc in this story is when he and Josuke were playing dice, and Josuke had Mihitaka use his alien transformation powers to transform to a dice, and Josuke hustled Rohan out of his money and also kind of burned his house down at the same time. That was so hilarious, dog. Like, for real. He's kind of full of himself, but he got better towards the end. So I ended up liking Rohan. So I'm gonna put Rohan in like Joseph Joestar. He hasn't changed, child, from none of the parts. He's still one of my faves. Like in part 2, when we first meet Joseph, yeah, instant fave. He got even better in Stardust Crusaders. He a little bit tamer in part 4, naturally, because he's older. But, you know, he's still the same Joseph Joestar he always has been. I think it was really nice how he was gonna sacrifice himself to save Shizuka. That was pretty dope. But yeah, who don't like Joseph Joestar? Oh no! Run! Okuyasu! That good boy Okuyasu, he's also a fave. He's kind of hot-headed, but he's also really sweet, and he's also really, really dumb. But it's dumb in a charming way. It's not annoying. It's really charming. But his stand is called The Band, but they renamed it The Hand in the anime to, you know, avoid copyright. And basically what his stand does, it'll swipe like a whole bunch of air in front of you, and it closes the distance between you. So like if you're like 5 feet away, no, it erases whatever's between you. So like if you're 5 feet away from me and the band swipes, that 5 feet of empty space is gone and you are right in front of me. So what Okuyasu needs to do is he needs to come to America and visit a little place called Sally Mae and another place called the United States Department of Education, and you know what to do from there. I'm just saying, that'd be very effective, and you'll be a national hero, my guy. You sure would be. But there you go. That's how I feel about Okuyasu. Alright, Jotaro Kujo, also a fave. I've loved Jotaro since part 3. I mean, since Stardust Crusaders. His whole vibe, his whole granted he was a little abrasive at first, and I was like, oh, this man finna get on my nerves. But he grew on me a lot in part 3, and of course like part 4 where he's older. I love a good older mature man. I've always been that way. I'm very attracted to like older, mature, yeah, he got it together type of man. And that's what Jotaro was given in part 4. Yeah. But he also has like one of the best stands. His stand is Star Platinum, and then it became Star Platinum the World when he learned how to do Dio powers, as in stopping time. Who don't like that? Oh, I would love to stop time. I would stop time right now. I need to make a snack, but let me go. Yoshikage Kira, hate him. I alluded to it earlier. I didn't like him, but his stand is Killer Queen. He also had, let me tell you something. I hate Yoshikage Kira, but he was a really, really, really good villain, okay? And he had one of the best stands in this whole entire series. Oh yeah, so when Killer Queen became Killer Queen Bites the Dust, that was OP-ish. Like, he was on one. Like, that whole ending fight, those ending scenes and chapters and whatnot, episodes of this show, some of the best anime I've seen. Like, for real. Like, I liked it because it kept me on the edge of your toes, because JoJo's Bizarre Adventure protagonists can die. Even like the main protagonist can die. So it's not a given that just because they're the protagonist, they will survive and everything will be okay. So yeah, for a minute there, I was thinking like Okuyasu in particular. When Okuyasu got, I wasn't thinking that Okuyasu was gonna make it out of there. I really didn't think it was. I was like, dang, they done got my boy, he dead. But, you know, everybody ended up surviving. So, yeah. But yeah, Yoshikage, very, very, very good antagonist. And even his like quirks of like cutting his fingernails and obsession over hands and all that stuff, it just kind of amplified the psychotic nature of his character. I am really surprised. I'm not surprised because he didn't kill her. so he could maintain his secret identity. But I'm really surprised Shinobu made it out of there alive. Really am, but I digress. Alright, last but not least, the protagonist of part 4, Josuke Higashikata. Of course, he's gonna love, okay? His stand is Crazy Diamond. Shine on you crazy diamond. I don't know how the song goes exactly, but it's a Pink Floyd song. But yeah. So his stand is basically he can heal people, but he can't like heal himself. But it's like a little more intricate than healing people. Like basically his stand basically just fixes whatever's broken. He's able to repair it. So like if you broke your television, he can fix your TV. TV's always good as new. Like Araki got inspiration from Prince when he was designing Josuke. So yeah, like Josuke, and plus like he has like such a cool, calm, collected personality. Unless you talk about his hair, then he will, you know, mess you up. He will absolutely run a fade on you because the style is similar to the man who saved his life when he was young, and he wore his hair in a pompadour as a way of honoring him for saving his life. So if you talk bad about his hair, oh, he gonna snap. Child, he gonna snap. But he's such a good friend. He's such a good guy. He's a little bit of a hustler. Actually, a lot of bit of a hustler. He hustled Rohan and he hustled his daddy at the end. But I like Josuke a lot. He's my fave in this show for sure. There we go. That's how I feel about the part 4 characters of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable. Surely some people have different opinions. I know a lot of people would probably put Rohan like right here, but you know, that's just my opinion. But yeah, if you like this video, hit the like button. Also, if you want to see me do more tier lists on anime, black television shows, and Asian dramas, feel free to hit the subscribe button. Next week's video I'm planning on, for next Friday, reviewing Harlem, the first season of Harlem on Friday. And for Saturday, I'm going to be doing a new type of review style where I'll be comparing the 2 Yin Yang Master movies on Netflix, starring, you know, Shinku and Mark Chow. Both of them so fine. But anyway, that's what I'm planning to do next weekend. But we'll see. We'll see how consistent I'll be after I start this new job on Monday. Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, what do I say? Hit the subscribe button if you want to stick around for that, and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I post. Again, thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful weekend. Bye bye.